About 19 million people around the world are living with HIV, but don't know it. What role can the church and religious leaders play to help raise awareness and overcome the barriers to HIV testing so that people can receive the support and treatment they need? The work of the National Council of Churches in the Philippines demonstrates one model of how churches and their leaders can respond.
There are two levels actually. The first one is to encourage young people to undergo the testing. And the second one is the more serious one, breaking the myths in the churches. So we have to deal with the second one first. And it's quite a task because of religious taboos and some of those things that churches still hold about notions about sin and about being excluded or committing those sins. So we have to have a campaign where we encourage church leaders to undergo the testing. I have undergone the testing myself, and the billboard, it occupies a huge billboard, a space in the main street in Manila, where our office is located. Not without its risks, but it's good because people are talking about it. If we are to be credible in our preaching, then we have to set an example. So we have several bishops who have stood up for the testing. I would encourage my colleagues in the Central Committee of the WCC to undertake the same thing. It's not as if you'll suffer a lot of things because of that. It's for good. It's for a very good cause that we undergo the testing and encourage our young people everywhere to do so. The second one would be to tell young people that it's not a sin. It's a virus. HIV is a virus. It's not as if they're committing a horrible sin if they have the HIV. So we tell the young people that we are also asking the church leaders to be more aware of the issues surrounding HIV, and it's a situation of virus. It's not. It has nothing to do with being sinful or being offensive or being all of those things that we sometimes think about. And if we don't do campaign, educational awareness, and to do away with the stigma and all of those taboos related to HIV and AIDS, then we are losing our young people. When we started with this campaign, our young people were saying, why should you just limit yourselves to HIV and AIDS? We need spaces where we can talk about LGBT, where we can talk about human sexuality. So I realized it's much more than that. It's quite a bit of a struggle when you consider that HIV and AIDS themselves are a bit of a problem. And if you add the discussions on LGBT and human sexuality, then it's going to be a much bigger topic to be talking about. So, but one thing is clear in the NCCP, yes, we will include those issues. They are important for young people. They are important for church people to be discussed, especially in my country, which is a little bit on the conservative side when it comes to the issue of human sexuality. But we need to give emphasis and priority to the removal of taboos regarding HIV and AIDS. Our program is mainly on removing discrimination and providing the space for our young people to discuss these things. And we look at our struggle with the removal of discrimination and taboo on HIV and people living with AIDS as a question of social justice. It's not a medical issue at all. It's a question of human dignity, preserving that human dignity where it must be, and encouraging our young people to bear that dignity in whatever situation they are in.